Moscow has begun creating a shadow fleet to export liquefied natural gas to circumvent energy trade sanctions. The vessels, which often do not meet industry standards, can be registered in offshore jurisdictions and carry cargo without insurance.
Gas is key to the Kremlin's plans to boost exports, replenish government coffers and fund its war machine. But that requires a larger share of the global LNG market, now that the once lucrative European pipeline trade has been almost cut off, from a Bloomberg publication.
Over the past 3 months, ownership of 8 vessels has been transferred to little-known companies in Dubai, according to the EU Aquasis project. 4 of them are ice-class and have already received permission from Moscow to pass through Russian Arctic waters this summer. Bloomberg journalists specified that they have not been able to directly link these ships to major Russian companies. However, such maneuvers, in their opinion, are strikingly similar to the creation of a shadow oil fleet of the aggressor country in 2022-2023.
There are several indications pointing to efforts by Russia to create a dark fleet for LNG. The purchase of older carriers, the transfer of ice-class vessels to a Dubai entity and a record number of permits for the Northern Sea route indicate the pieces of the dark fleet puzzle fall into place. Malte Humbert, founder of the Arctic Institute think tank, in a comments to Bloomberg.
Russia's LNG exports are going through hard times. On June 12th, the United States announced restrictions on 7 companies that are building natural gas processing plants in Russia and conducting geological explorations. And the European Union, in its 14th package of sanctions, adopted on June 24th, banned the transshipment of Russian liquefied natural gas in the EU for further transport to third countries. New investments in the Arctic LNG-2 and Murmansk LNG projects are also now banned.
We are all victims of Russia's aggression, and therefore it is crucial that we keep on aiding Ukraine, because Russia only understands power. I appreciate the 14th sanctions package and also the steps we are going to take to make the use of the shadow fleet by Russia impossible in the Baltic Sea region.
The Russian Federation is now exporting liquefied natural gas from terminals on the Arctic coast via Europe. In the ports of Spain, Belgium and France, some of the Russian LNG is transferred from Arctic gas carriers adapted to extremely low temperatures to ordinary tankers. These tankers carry the gas to Asia. With new sanctions, the EU seeks to deprive the exporter of this possibility. In an attempt to adapt to the new restrictions, Russia will probably use the Murmansk port more actively and increase exports during this summer season when the sea is ice-free.
I assume that they will try to use this northern road to bring liquefied gas to their consumers who used to buy it after exporting it to Europe. We are talking about China and India.
But the road across the northern seas is not easy, primarily because of the climatic conditions. It requires specialized equipment, and the Federation's shadow fleet is far from being a benchmark. The aggressor country has bought and is buying everything that stays afloat, no matter how modern and safe the vessel is in operation.
You can only guess how much this transport and the shipping costs will increase, because the northern road is not so easy. You have to let an icebreaker and more serious ships ahead.
The use of great schemes for energy exports, primarily the shadow fleet, is not new to Russia. After the G7, EU and Australia imposed an embargo and price ceiling on Russian crude oil transported by sea, the Federation started buying up old tankers around the world. According to analysts of the International Group of Ship Owners Liability Insurance Club, the Russian shadow fleet has reached an impressive size. The number of oil tankers has exceeded 800. With their help, the aggressor country sells oil at a price above the price cap, but below world oil prices. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Valeriana Kupelova, UATV News.